Hey guys, so for my speech topic, I decided to do the processed foods and chemicals you find in them. So this really interests me because there's so many chemicals that we put into our body that we don't really know about. And all these processed foods end up being your favorite snacks like potato chips, Pop-Tarts, macaroni and cheese. I mean, everything has so many chemicals and it's destroying our body as we eat this stuff. So the word processed often causes some confusion. So to clarify that, obviously most foods we eat are processed in some way. Apples are cut from trees, ground beef has been ground in a machine, butter is cream that has been separated from the milk and churned. So, but all of those are processed, but still real food and natural because they don't have added preservatives or they haven't been chemically processed. So today for my visual aid, I have some snacks here and the ingredients. I've circled some of them because in each one of these there's several ingredients that are destroying our body, and these are some of everyday snacks people eat. So, one is sugar. Processed foods are usually loaded with sugar or high fructose corn syrup, which, you see those commercials like, what's so wrong with high fructose corn syrup. But honestly, it destroys our body because it affects our metabolic system. So, the sugar is your body doesn't realize like the calorie content of it. So it can lead to insulin resistance, high triglycerides, increased levels of harmful cholesterol, and increased fat accumulation on your liver, which is really, really bad for your health. Another would be like artificial ingredients, which are in both of these that I showed you. If you look at the ingredients label for a processed packaged food, chances are that you won't have a clue what some of the ingredients are because the words are so long and you don't know really what that is. But they are artificial chemicals that are added for various purposes. So like preservatives, colorants, flavor, those are all chemicals that prevent food from rotting, to give it a specific color and to give it a particular flavor. The macaroni and cheese I showed you is artificially colored and flavored, and it also has preservatives in it, and as well as the Pop-Tarts. So the next thing would you eat your favorite breakfast cereal if you knew that it contained BHT, which is also a product used in embalming fluid and jet fuel? Can you imagine grilling your hamburger and you find out that it consists of MSG, which foods that are considered healthy and labeled as natural contain many harmful chemicals used as food preservatives and flavor enhancers, and these chemicals are often disguised under unrecognizable names. Example, and a common one, would be yellow 5 and 6. It's a colorant, and almost all colorants approved for use in food are derived from coal tar and can contain up to 0.10% of lead and arsenic. Also, and not surprisingly, most coal tar colors cause cancer. MSG in all of its forms are considered a neurotoxin because it has been shown to damage nerve cells by overexciting them to the point of cell death. MSG is also an inducer of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. Mostly you'll find these in canned soups, diet beverages, any popular fast food, packaged sausages, beef stew, instant soups, salad dressing, and even some vegetarian meals. So sodium nitrate. These additives are used as colorants and preserve the shelf life of meats like hot dogs, bacon, and sausage. That all sounds okay until you realize that they mix with stomach acids and form a potent cancer-causing cell associated with oral, stomach, esophageal, brain, and bladder cancers. And there's a lot of noticeable side effects. So, some people, their stomach really reacts to processed foods. They'll get sick, they'll vomit, have an upset stomach. A lot of that comes from all these ingredients that you're consuming and your snack foods, fast foods, and dinner choices. Another thing is potassium bromate, which is found in a lot of bread, such as Wonder Bread. It might not be so wonderful because it contains potassium bromate, an additive used in breads and rolls to increase their volume and produce a fine crumb structure. It's been banned in every other industrialized country besides US and Japan, so I guess that tells you something. For the most part, it breaks down into bromide, and they say leftover bromate that hangs around the body has been shown to cause cancer in lab animals. And you'll find the additive in Wonder Breads, Gold Medal flours, ShopRite brand breads, and New York flatbread. Potassium bromate may also be used to produce some types of barley, so definitely double check the labels of your favorite breads and crackers. The last thing that I really have to talk about is something everybody uses on a daily basis. It's artificial sweeteners, such as NutraSweet, Equal, Sweet and Low, Sugar Twin, and Splenda. They make it harder on our metabolic systems to, you might as well just eat a whole bag of plain sugar. It's better for you. These supposedly diet-friendly sweeteners may actually be doing more harm than good. Studies suggest that artificial sweeteners trick the brain into forgetting that sweetness means extra calories. So it makes more people to eat sweet treats without abandon. So they just keep eating and eating, and their brain doesn't realize how much sweets they're eating because it doesn't make the connect between the artificial sweeteners. So definitely scan your ingredients labels and ban all artificial sweeteners from entering your mouth because that is a really number one bad ingredient. I love everything organic and natural, and I try my best to eat stuff that hasn't been processed. Recently I made a change in my diet to become vegan, so I've been vegan for about a month and a half now, and I can really tell a difference. So I hope that this has informed you of the chemicals that you put in your body, and maybe, when you go to the store or you go through fast food, you'll realize, oh, hey, maybe I should make a healthier choice or alternative than eating this, because it can really play a big role in your health. So I hope this speech has informed you about the chemicals and processed foods, and I look forward to seeing everybody else's speeches. Thanks.